Success is not built in a day. But what if I told you that transformation is built in days, the days you choose to grow, to fight, to rise, and to become the best version of yourself? Every sunrise gives you another chance to rewrite your story, but most people hit the snooze button on their dreams. The real question is, are you ready to wake up for your destiny, or will you keep sleeping through your potential? Ladies and gentlemen, life is not a race. It's a journey of evolution. Every single day brings a hidden opportunity to grow not into someone else, but into someone better than yesterday. Growth is not always about huge victories or grand achievements. Sometimes it's about making small, intentional choices that change everything. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment, you just need to make this moment perfect. The truth is, daily growth is the seed of lifelong transformation. When you commit to growing every single day, you stop existing and start living. Today, I want to share with you 5 powerful daily growth secrets that, if practiced consistently, can transform not just your habits, but your entire destiny. Number 1, start every morning with intention, not distraction. Every morning is not just another beginning, it's an opportunity to rewrite the story of who you are becoming. Before the world wakes up, before the noise takes over, there is a sacred silence, a moment where you can choose to meet yourself. That moment is powerful because it decides how the rest of your day will unfold. If you open your eyes and dive into chaos, your day mirrors chaos. But if you begin your day with presence, peace, and purpose, your entire life begins to shift. There is something magical about the stillness of dawn, the way it whispers to you that you are alive, that you have another chance. But most of us trade that magic for a screen, for a notification, for someone else's story. We forget that the first conversation of the day should be with our soul, not with the world. Growth begins when you stop reacting and start reflecting, when you wake up not just to do but to be. Starting your morning with intention is not a ritual for perfection, it's a ritual for connection. It's about taking a few deep breaths before you take on the world. It's about asking yourself, what kind of energy do I want to bring today? Because the truth is, your morning energy shapes your entire day. Intention gives direction to your emotions. It transforms routine into ritual and chaos into calm. Imagine sitting by your window with sunlight slowly entering your room, holding your cup of tea or coffee, not to escape from the world, but to align with it. You begin by whispering gratitude for the things you once took for granted. You thank your breath, your body, your life. You visualize yourself moving through the day with focus, with grace, with strength. That is where intention is born, not from perfection, but from presence. Distraction is easy. It's seductive. It promises you comfort while stealing your clarity. Every time you let distraction win, you lose a piece of your peace. But when you choose stillness, when you protect your morning from noise, something inside you begins to settle. You stop running from life and start walking with it. You become deliberate, aware, and grounded in your purpose. Starting your morning with intention means choosing yourself before the world chooses you. It means taking command of your time, your thoughts, and your emotions. It means understanding that success is not something you stumble upon, it's something you prepare for daily with discipline and grace. Every sunrise becomes your reminder that you are in control of how you show up in life. And maybe, just maybe, that's all growth really is, the art of beginning again. Every morning, with faith instead of fear, with gratitude instead of complaints, with focus instead of distraction. Because the way you start your day doesn't just shape your schedule, it shapes your soul. Number 2. Do one hard thing every single day. Every time you choose what's hard over what's easy, you stretch your capacity for greatness. Growth doesn't happen in the moments of comfort. It happens when you push against resistance. Every single day offers you a small challenge, a test of your strength, a chance to prove to yourself that you can handle more than you think. And when you rise to meet that challenge, you build something far greater than success. You build self-respect. Doing one hard thing every day doesn't mean torturing yourself with impossible tasks. It means daring to do what feels uncomfortable. It could be waking up earlier than your excuses, saying no to things that drain your energy, or confronting a truth you've been avoiding. Those moments of difficulty are not punishments, they are the gym where your soul grows stronger. There's a strange beauty in discomfort. It strips away your illusions and shows you who you really are. When you sit with that discomfort instead of running from it, you discover your real power. You learn that pain is not the enemy of growth, it is its partner. You start seeing obstacles not as barriers, but as stepping stones. Every time you do something difficult, you teach your mind resilience. You tell yourself, I can handle this. And the next time life tests you, that memory of strength will rise within you like a shield. You'll stop doubting your capacity and start trusting your courage. You'll realize that every challenge you faced was actually preparing you for the next level of your life. Most people wait for motivation to arrive before they take action. But motivation fades. Discipline stays. When you choose to do one hard thing daily, you build consistency. You stop being controlled by your emotions and you start leading them. That shift alone can turn an average life into an extraordinary one. The truth is, every great person you admire has mastered this secret. They wake up and face what's difficult, not because it's easy, but because it's essential. They've learned that growth isn't glamorous, it's gritty. It's showing up when no one claps. It's fighting through self-doubt. It's choosing the harder right over the easier wrong. So when you wake up tomorrow and face something tough, don't run from it. Smile at it. Because that very thing you're avoiding might be the doorway to your transformation. And the more you choose courage over comfort, the more unstoppable you become. Number 3. Feed your mind more than your phone. Your mind is the soil of your destiny. Whatever you plant inside, it grows into the landscape of your life. But here's the truth. Most people are feeding their minds junk and then wondering why their lives feel heavy. The information you consume daily shapes your thoughts, your beliefs, and your emotions. If your input is chaotic, your output will be confused. Every time you scroll aimlessly, compare unnecessarily, or complain repeatedly, you're feeding your mind poison. And slowly, without realizing it, that poison becomes your perception. But when you choose to fill your mind with knowledge, inspiration, and truth, you begin to see life differently. Your thoughts sharpen, your confidence rises, and your energy becomes magnetic. The world doesn't need more distracted minds, it needs more disciplined ones. Imagine replacing an hour of scrolling with an hour of reading something that nourishes your spirit. Imagine listening to a podcast that awakens your curiosity instead of numbing it. Growth begins when you take back control of your attention, because attention is the currency of your life. Your mind is like a garden. If you plant weeds of negativity, you'll harvest self-doubt. But if you plant seeds of wisdom, gratitude, and resilience, you'll harvest abundance. What you read, watch, and listen to daily is not just entertainment, it's programming. And if you don't consciously program your mind, the world will do it for you. Feeding your mind well doesn't require perfection. It requires awareness. Notice what triggers your emotions, what drains your energy, what steals your focus. Every piece of content you consume either strengthens you or weakens you. When you start choosing wisely, your inner world begins to shift, and soon your outer world follows. You can't build a strong life with a weak mindset, and you can't build a strong mindset without disciplined consumption. So the next time you reach for your phone, ask yourself, is this feeding my growth or my distraction? Is this helping me become wiser or just noisier? The moment you start asking better questions, your life starts giving better answers. Remember, the mind becomes what it feeds on. Protect it, nurture it, and fuel it with intention. Because when your mind grows, everything else in your life expands with it. Number 4, reflect before you rest. At the end of the day, when the world goes quiet and your responsibilities fade into silence, that's when reflection begins. Growth doesn't only happen in the doing, it happens in the understanding. Every day teaches you something through joy, through struggle, through silence. but you only receive the lesson if you pause long enough to reflect. Reflection is like holding a mirror to your soul. It's not about judging your day, it's about listening to it. Ask yourself, what made me smile today? What drained my spirit? What did I learn about myself? These simple questions turn experiences into wisdom. They turn ordinary days into chapters of personal growth. So many people collapse into bed every night exhausted but empty, unaware of what their day truly meant. But when you take 5 minutes to connect with your inner self, you transform exhaustion into awareness. You begin to see how every mistake carried a message, how every challenge was shaping your resilience, how every conversation reveals something about your values. Reflection is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Without it, you repeat patterns. With it, you evolve. It's how you turn chaos into clarity. It's how you stop reacting and start responding. It's how you stop existing and start becoming. And reflection doesn't always require a journal or a routine. Sometimes it's just sitting in silence, replaying your day with kindness instead of criticism. It's about noticing your growth without guilt. It's about acknowledging the parts of you that are still learning and loving them anyway. The truth is, reflection deepens your connection with yourself. It helps you recognize how far you've come, even when you feel stuck. And when you reflect consistently, you begin to see patterns, not of failure, but of progress. You realize that you've been evolving quietly, beautifully, all along. So before you rest tonight, pause, breathe, look back, not to regret, but to remember. Because every day that passes without reflection is a day lived without awareness. And awareness is the foundation of transformation number 5. Serve beyond yourself every day. The deepest form of growth is not found in self-focus, but in selflessness. When you lift someone else, something within you also rises. Every act of kindness, every moment of compassion, every word of encouragement is a reflection of the light that lives inside you. You grow not only by achieving, but by giving. Serving others doesn't always mean grand gestures. Sometimes it's a smile to a stranger, a word of hope to a friend, or a silent prayer for someone in pain. What can I get? To what can I give? And that shift alone changes everything. Growth becomes meaningful when it's shared. Your experiences, your scars, your lessons, they are not meant to be hidden, they are meant to heal others. When you use your pain to comfort someone else, it turns into purpose. When you use your victories to inspire someone else, they turn into legacy. Every day, life gives you opportunities to add value, to listen, to uplift, to understand. You may not change the entire world, but you can change someone's world. And when you do that, you realize that the impact you make is not measured by applause, but by the hearts you touch. Service is a form of gratitude in motion. It's saying to life, thank you for what I have. Let me share it. And the beautiful thing about giving is that it never empties you, it expands you. It fills your heart in ways that achievement never can. So when you wake up tomorrow, don't just think about how you can grow, think about how you can help someone else grow too. Because the most powerful transformation happens when your success becomes someone else's hope, when your strength becomes someone else's shelter. Growth is not a destination you reach, it's a daily decision you make. Every sunrise asks you, who will you be today? And every sunset whispers, did you honor your potential? Transformation doesn't arrive wrapped in perfection. It arrives quietly in your discipline, in your small choices, in your willingness to try again. The truth is, greatness is not built overnight. It's built every morning you wake up with intention, every time you dare to do the hard thing, every moment you choose to feed your mind instead of your doubts, and every day you decide to serve beyond yourself. Growth is not an event, it's a lifestyle, a rhythm, a sacred partnership between you and your purpose. And maybe that's what life is truly about, not chasing the next big thing, but becoming someone who grows through everything. When you choose to evolve daily, you stop waiting for a miracle and become one. You begin to glow differently, not because life got easier, but because you became stronger. Each day becomes a classroom. Each challenge becomes a teacher, and each act of kindness becomes a legacy. So, as you walk out of this moment, remember the power to transform your life is not in the years ahead, it's in the 24 hours you are living now. Grow through them, and life will transform beyond your imagination.